today it's raining, so I can't go fishing. I thought that I would just go through my Garmin, which I bought a couple of weeks ago. Now, I know there's loads and loads of videos on YouTube, loads of videos showing you how to do it and whatnot. But for me, actually doing it works, really, messing about. And I learnt more how to use that from a video that I saw of an Indonesian fella that didn't speak a word of English, not a word. And he was muttering on away in his language, and he give you like a first view, if you like, a point of view. So he was actually showing you what he was doing, and I learnt a lot more from that, a lot quicker than some of these long sort of drawn out series that are running at the minute. They're good, don't get me wrong, a lot of effort goes into them, but they didn't really work for me. So the little Indonesian fella, top marks. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to get mine in hand and give you first person view, and you can see what I'm doing, messing about with it and the settings and that. There's one thing on there that I want to show you, and it's the first thing you've got to do, really, because you're not going to open a box next to a pond, and it ain't going to be on your boat. It's going to be in your bedroom, or it's going to be in your front room. So the first thing you want to do, I'm going to show you how to do that, which none of the videos really show you, except for the little Indonesian fella, which I thought was quite frustrating. But anyway, so this is what we're going to look at: the Garmin Vivid 4CV. Now, I have never ever used one of these, never. So for me, this is the first. So what I'll do, I'm gonna get it out of the box. I'm not gonna do an unboxing. You can open your own boxes. You know how to open a box, ain't hard, is it? And you can wire it up. It ain't hard. You need a 12-volt battery. I've got a little battery pack which I made up myself. I've just made it out of an old recycling bin. It's got some USB ports on the front, and a live feed coming straight out for the fish finder. So that's my little get up. And I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay guys, so full disclosure, I've had this unit a couple of weeks now, so I've actually had it on the boat. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this video, I wouldn't be able to tell you, what's what. So I've spent some time on this, but I just felt that maybe some people would learn quicker just by seeing me do it. So the first thing I want to do is show you the simulation mode, because I'm nowhere near any water. I can't, drop my transducer in somewhere, and I use a sieve as well, so I've got to pump it up and get the boat out of there. So for me to be able to play about with it, this simulation mode is invaluable. So as you can see, you've got the traditional sonar, you've got the flasher, split frequency, quick draw maps, use the data, settings, and home. The first thing you want to do is go down into your settings, go into your system, and then go down to the simulator, which is at the bottom. You can just press up and it will take you there. Press the tick button and it will take you to the simulation. Now, you've got three choices. You either leave it off, you can have it on, and there's a setup one. The setup one allows you to create the speed that you're moving at, the position where you want to go to, etc. So you can set markers and stuff like that. It doesn't do anything for the actual visualization that you're seeing. That's just on a loop. So you could set you know, a course that takes you 3 hours, zigzagging all across the country. But the loop would be exactly the same. So that's a bit disappointing, because it just shows you the same thing over and over again. So I can't see the point in that. But anyway, let's turn it on. Okay, and then all you need to do is go back to the main screen. Once you go back to the main screen, you'll notice that you've now got traditional plus clear view, the flasher, the split frequency, the traditional in the clear view, quick draw maps, the maps in the traditional, and also if you keep going down, you've got your user data and you've got your settings. So now you're in simulation mode, and each one of these that you go on will give you a simulation, and we'll go through these as we go. So that's how we start. Okay, so we will now go into these and have a quick look and just let you have a little look-see. So I'm going to start off at the top one with the traditional. Now, I've got this in split zoom, split screen mode, and I've got it in manual zoom. As I said, I've been playing about with it. So now, as you can see, I've got this area zoomed in to this box. See this box moving up and down? This allows you to see the fish coming through in a bigger scale. Now you can see these just coming through on the end here. These are the fish in question. It allows you to pick out fish, debris, that sort of stuff. Now what we'll do when we go to the side-by-sides with the clear view and the traditional, you'll be able to see this structure quite clearly actually. The fish identification is not 100%, but the structure is quite good, so you'll be able to see that. So this is your traditional, and you can see fish, 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 fish. They're stacked up in a line there. Now this whole scenario is on a loop. It goes around and around and around. It allows you to get your eye in, but if you're using the navigation and stuff, then it would be nice to have a different view, if you like, you know, give you more options to look at. So fish, 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 fish. You can change these colours. I'll show you that in a little while. So that's your traditional setting. Back to the main menu. We'll have a quick look at the clear view now. So if you just go down one into the clear view, press the tick, and you're now into clear view. Now you can see it says here I'm in manual zoom. What I'm going to do is quickly take that out of manual zoom and put that and turn the zoom off, and that will give you the whole depth. So from there I will go into my menu, down to my zoom, press the button, and then I will just go to the top and press no zoom, and go back, and now that gives me the whole picture from bottom to top. This is your top surface noise, and this is all your structure. Now you can identify the fish once you get your eye in. As I said, because this is a loop, I know. So these are fish, these are fish, these are fish, there's some fish here, there's some fish here, that's a fish, individual fish. You know, these brighter dots, these individual ones that you can see are bigger fish. That's a fish down the bottom there, there's some fish up this structure here. So once we go to the side-by-side comparison, you'll see the difference. So the clear view is more, I feel, to give you the heads up on structure on the bottom, and to differentiate between, you know, shoals of fish and structure. So yeah, it has its uses, very much so. We'll go back to the main menu. The flasher. Now, it's my understanding that this is used for ice fishing. Personally, you know, we live in England. The weather's fair. It's very, very rare that we get complete iced over, and I can't really see any use for this for me personally. But that's what it is. So we'll come back out of that and go to the main menu again. Okay, so split frequency now. We'll go into the split frequency, and you can see it's now giving me a side by side two of them. Now these are two different frequencies coming out the bottom of the transducer. One of them is a lot sharper than the other one, and it's supposed to give you more clarity. Now, I'm not 100%, but I know that these are running at two different frequencies. So you've got 150 hertz there, kilohertz at the bottom, and you've got 240 kilohertz. So obviously they're sending different signals. My understanding of this is going to be quite a simple one for you. I've watched some videos, full declaration again. So my understanding is that one of the frequencies is like so. So from the transponder going down, this is the sort of area coverage that you're going to get from one of them, and the other one is like that. Now the different frequencies determine the scope of, you know, what it covers. Now again, I'm not an expert, but I believe that what you're seeing there is basically this. So you've got the best of both worlds, really, in that respect. Now you can adjust these frequencies in the menu, so I'm assuming that as you're adjusting these are either getting wider or they're getting smaller. But basically, that in a hat is the two different frequencies that we're running at the moment. You know, it could be the other way around. This one could be the bigger one. This one could be the littler one. I'm sure you can find out. But yeah, so if you're in shallower water, I can see this one being of a bit more of a benefit because it gives you a wider scope. And in deeper water, this one can be a bit more defined, you know, because, you know, in shallow water, you don't want to see, you know, for miles, you know, you want to be able to pinpoint, you know, your fish. So in deeper water and then in shallower water. But that's my view of the side by side. So if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. And that's the split frequency for you. Now we're going to have a look at the traditional and clear view menu. I'll enter that. You can see now we've got two screens. The bottom one is your clear view screen, and your top one is your traditional screen. Now, as I said earlier on, this is on a loop, so you will see the same thing over and over again every couple of minutes. But that on its own allows you to get your eye in. So what you see now is structure. There are fish there. Fish, 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 fish. You can split this screen and zoom in on one side, so you can zoom in on these fish. You can do the same with this one. You can adjust the zoom on it. You can have a manual zoom on it. You can adjust it however you like it. All of that's done in your menu button here. But running these side by side gives you that defined structure. There's no ifs and buts. Now you can see this mound here is this mound here. Now these are fish, and if you look closely, you'll see around them mounds, whether that's focusing in or not. I know these GoPros are not brilliant, are they? You'll see that on them mounds there are shadows, little white spots. Now these are fish, and having this comparison, this side by side, is brilliant, because you can say, well, yeah, that is structure, but it's also got fish around it. And this gives you a more defined picture of the bottom, so you can pick out rocks, stuff like that. And I think that I'm going to be using this quite a lot as a novice, just to help me get my eye in, really. So that's the clear view and the traditional side by side. Now the quick draw maps. Personally, don't take my word as God, because I'm not 100% on this. You know, I need to mess about with this a lot more. So I'll give you a quick of what I think it is, and you're gonna make your own decisions from there. Right, so up here, look, it says here, look, zoom, up and down. So up and down is your zoom button. And if you watch here, as I zoom that, it's a shame it didn't give you a bit more visual representation, because you can see, you know, 5 miles equals this sort of 10 mil, if you like, 8 miles, 12 miles, 20 miles. So I'm going to set it, you know, at sort of 2 miles. Now at the top here it says pan. This gives you your marker. Once you've activated that, you can then set it and create a waypoint. So I'm going to create a waypoint quickly. I'm then going to move up a little bit further and create another waypoint. And then I'm going to go up here and create another waypoint. So now, what I want to do is go to this waypoint. So I'm not too sure. Again, I'm going to press the enter button and navigate to 003. You can see I've done 3 of them. So I've done 1, 2, and 3. This one's the furthest way. So I'm going to navigate to that. I'm going to press the button and I'm going to get a route to it. So it should show me the route. Yeah, look, so it showed me the route to it. Now up here again, press the menu button here to navigate or cancel. So this menu button to navigate or cancel. So right, okay, I'm going to press that menu button and I'm going to navigate to the route. Enter. Now it's taking me, or it's showing me to the route. It's showing me that I'm doing 10 miles an hour, my heading, the depth of the water, the distance to the point, and the arrival time with your bearing. So I'm assuming now that that is now, you know, if I was in my boat, I'd follow that line and that would take me directly to the point. So I'm assuming it's that simple, but we will find out the more we use it. Now, I've also noticed that once you come out of this, I think that stays running in the background. So if you go to the map and the traditional, it shows, you know, you going, where you're going, your speed, the heading, the depth, the time, and the arrival. So it says here that time to the next is going to be 0128, arrival at 16:15. And you can see now, again, I can pick what screen I want to work from, 2 or 1. So I'm going to go into 2, and I'm going to go into the menu and I'm going to adjust the zoom on it, just to show you quickly. So it says no zoom, I'm going to split the screen. Yeah, and it's auto zoom now. So what it will do, I think, is just pick up on, you know, the strongest hits and just go to them for you, basically, as they're coming out. Now, all of this, what you see here at the moment, is past history. All of this has gone past your transponder. It's gone. There is an A-scope that allows you to see directly under your transponder exactly what is under your transponder at the time. I'll turn that on now. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to work on number two, go into the menu button, and I'm going to go to the traditional menu. Because you bear in mind, because you're running both of them, you can go into the quick draw map or the traditional, or you can go into both and just configure both of them at the same time. But whatever you set in there, when you go back, it's on both of them. So if you want to work on one individually, and then use, you know, pick your screen and then work on it. So I'm going to go into the menu. I forgot what it was that I was going to do. Zoom, that's right. I was going to change the zoom to manual. Now, at the top, I can adjust the zoom. This box is what's zoomed in. See this box here? This is what's zoomed in. If you watch here, as I change that, it gets smaller, increasing the zoom, or it gets bigger, decreasing the zoom. Set it at sort of 2/3. So if you say, right, it's 26 foot deep, 2/3 of that is etc. And then you've now got this screen blown up so that you can pick out the fish better. And by putting it in manual zoom, it allows you to move this box up and down as the fish are coming through. So I've done that now, and I'm going to put the A-scope on as well so that you can see them coming through. Now, A-scope. Let me find out where it is if I can remember. A-scope in the sonar setup. Appearance, I think it's in the appearance. A-scope, right, so these are your colour schemes. You can pick various different colours. Your choice. I'm in yellow at the moment. The A-scope, I'm going to turn the A-scope on. Now that will give you a live what's under your boat at this very precise moment. So you can see here, as they start coming through the fish, they're under your boat, right under your transponder. And then as they come into this section, what you see, they're past. So you can get a rough view of what's coming in under the boat and anticipate where to cast and stuff. Yeah, so that's the side by side for the maps and the traditional. Now you can see here again, this is that big structure that we saw earlier on. Yeah, look. If I get that into the box there, you can see how straight that is. But there's a fish there, look, you can see that's a fish. No, there's fish there, that's a fish. As we come down here, there's a few fish hugging the bottom, I think. What I perceive to be fish. This here, you know, that's a couple of fish there, I think, side by side, a couple of decent fish, size fish. You know, some small fish. I'm assuming this year all this small stuff is either bait fish, you know, and debris in the water, you know, bits, you know. And you can see here, and I think that's structure and fish. So you've got fish stacked up the side of this bit of structure here, and you've got fish over the top of it. So, you know, this A-scope, it can be of a benefit for you. So, yeah. There you go. I mean, I can take all these off as well. In your menu, you know, you can take all these off, remove them all off. You can have more on there. You know, obviously you've got to try and utilise your screen as best as possible. And I'm sure that after you've messed about with it for a while, it'll come to your second nature. You know, the more I'm messing about with it, the more I'm getting used to it. So, yeah, here we go. Fish down here, look, loads of fish. You know, around this structure here, these are all fish. Down here on the bottom, you know, that structure, obviously. Fish, 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 fish. Up here, you've got a couple of fish on their own. 1, 2, 3, decent sized fish. So, there you go. And we'll come out of there. Where are we at now? Use the data. Basically, you can manage your data, search for stuff, your routes. I mean, all of this stuff you can save, all your waypoints, your tracks, your routes, you can save it all, you can delete it all. You know, that's what I said, if you mess about with it, you know, all you've got to do is go into manage data, clear your data, and just go down the bottom here and just boss. Delete all the tracks, all your routes, all your waypoints. Shall I continue? Yeah, why not? Bang. So now that's just deleted all my waypoints, everything. You know, so it helps to keep a clear palette, I think, and just sort of, you know, obviously if you're got some hotspots, they go on, and you can put them on there, and you can name them, and you know, go directly to them, and yeah, it's a great little system. Now, is there anything else? What we got here then? Use your data, your settings, and customize home. Customize home just allows you to mess about with this, put them wherever you want, change them over and stuff like that, you know, standard stuff. Settings is standard stuff as well. You go in there, your system, your vessel, alarms. You know, you can put alarms on there for, you know, your navigation when you reach waypoints, for your sonar system. You know, so you can change them. Your alarm clock, device voltage. You know, if it drops below a certain voltage, it'll give you a little ping. You know, it's all there. And for what this unit costs, I think it's a bargain, to be truthful. I think the benefits that it offers you far outweigh the costs. So that's my quick and easy guide for people like me that prefer to actually see things rather than read and listen to people. There you go. I hope it's helped you out, and I know it's a little bit off topic with regards to actually catching fish, but the weather's really shit at the minute. I can't get out anyway, and this is what I'm doing, playing about with me fish finder and trying to tweak it to how I think it's going to benefit me. So thanks for looking in, guys. Really appreciate it. And you know, if you can share it about, tell your mates, subscribe, like, all of that, and hopefully we can get back out of the water again once this weather improves and we get a little bit of a break in the weather. Cheers, guys. See you soon. Bye.